Today is a happy day for Barbados, Belize, Dominica, St. Vincent. Reason being is that there is now free movement of people across these islands. The Caribbean community CARICOM has an estimated population of about 16 million citizens. And that's across the 15 member states and the 5 associate members. I think more broadly, if you look at it, the Caribbean sub-region is approximately about 44 million people. I think that's the latest estimate that they had brought out. The Caribbean community, or CARICOM, and the concept of free movement within our islands, footing, but without a robust economic union to complement it, this idea may be utterly useless. I know some people start getting vexed, but let's start with a little context. CARICOM was established with a vision to promote economic integration, cooperation, and coordination among its member states. Today, Barbados, St. Vincent, Belize, Dominica, yes, we can work in these member states, all thanks to the CARICOM free movement regime that's in place. But that's a far cry from the reality we live in today. What we have now under the banner of free movement is what I call a skeleton without the muscle to support it. Economically fragmented and lacking essential collaborations, I think our Caribbean islands remain desperate entities rather than the tightly knit federation they have the potential to be. You see, brothers and sisters, and I use a term like the politicians, free movement may mean physical space, but true economic union means shared opportunities. When you look at the European Union, that is what I'm talking about. Single currency, economic power, economic might. The beauty of CARICOM's vision of free movement will remain lost unless we actively create a sustainable economic framework that provides meaningful opportunities for everyone. And that's just my opinion. You can leave your comments in the section below. Now, I'm not saying that progress isn't happening. We've seen strides with initiatives like the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, the CSME. And while I applaud those efforts, I urge us not to become complacent. We need a renewed commitment among the leadership of CARICOM nations to prioritize economic integration as a pivotal part of our regional development strategy. Let's take this conversation beyond policy talks, make it a part of our action plan, because free movement has its power, but I think it pales in comparison to the full realization of an economic union, a union that I believe can lift us all up. We owe it to ourselves and to future generations to build the Caribbean where opportunity is not a foreign dream, but I say daily reality for us. I remember when they had the meeting here in St. Vincent, the Parliament, and the Dominica Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said that, yeah, free movement, what about the economic? And he says, we may have to change some laws, we may have to give up some sovereignty in some places. And then he said, this may never happen because everybody wants to be a landlord and everybody wants to be a king in their own domain. And that is the problem. You imagine if we had an economic union, we could have fight tariffs. We could have said, look, you want to put 15% here? We're going to put 15% on you too. You want to put 20%? We could put, but we can't do that because we don't have the economic might to do it. But if we had an economic union, we could have leveraged things and make great trade deals, but we can't do it. I'm not going to go on anymore because people think I'm too serious with everything. But this channel is about learning. And if you found value in what I have shared, you can give this video some thumbs up. You can share it with your friends. You can comment down below with your thoughts on how basically we can enhance economic cooperation in the Caribbean or the CARICOM space. And until next time, I want you to keep the conversation going. I really want you to. This is an important thing for all of you. Anyway, guys, take care until the next time.